And our first map is going to be out in the open. Reply Totem versus Novo Esports. There's been a lot of back and forth already on social media. Who truly is the better Italian org?
I mean, from history, I mean, it's Reply Totem 100%, but it's just a question of whether or not who's going to win this game. Novo desperately needing to get some more points on the board. Yes, Totem are going to want them, but they already have some from the previous month where Novo did not manage to qualify. Looking at the first pick, though, we've got Leon coming in. No real kind of surprise there. I'd say Brock from the other side is another thing we've seen a few times. Ban-wise, I mean, it's pretty solid. Eve, Meeple, and the Squeak there, and Angelo, Jean, and Mina over the other side.
Potential for Bo, certainly to come through here as well. Gus could make a good pairing with a tankier brawler. Mina, banned out though, won't be paired on that front. But let's see how Novo are feeling about this one. Jean banned by them. It's quite a good one for me. Squeak as well. It's quite an oddball one to be banned out by Reply Totem, but I quite like it. Jae-Young, they want maneuverability. I don't blame them too much for it either. Quite good in that respect. Again, will they go for the bow? We saw it counted out by the bell earlier today, but I feel like it's definitely a potential opportunity here.
Bow's definitely a good shine because on the right-hand side, we already have the Brock to open up those walls, get into mid quicker. On the left-hand side, Bow could fulfill that same role. Gray in the past years to be the brawler to pick up here for that same reason. He is global banned in this one, though Glowy as well once more. I think Glowy so far was global banned in every single match of the day. They're going to pick up some support now on the side of Reply Totem. Makes a lot of sense since they already have the Leon. Let's see if it's actually going to be a brawler now to open up those walls, Trev.
Yeah, we'll see if that's going to be the case. I mean, you kind of expect it to be, always they're going to be pinned in spawn quite heavily, especially with Eve and Angelo banned, two of the brawlers that are mostly used on this app to kind of go across that water quite easily, and it makes it so you don't really need the break. They're going to go with the nanny, so not going to have the instant break by any means, but once they've worked for that peep, they're going to be able to get through in, the second or third round.
Final pick now for Novo Esports. I do quite like that nanny that Reply Totem just picked up, though, gotta say. Definitely not that many options now available now because of the global bans, and now just having 10 unique brawlers off the table. It's going to be quite tough for them to really find something that makes work here, in all honesty, with this kind of comp. RT going to come in. It's about the only brawler they had left. But I quite like where they got this going. Obviously, RT's going to be most powerful with hypercharge, so that's the main concern with that particular brawler. You've got to put a lot of work in early on.
I was between an RT and a Spike for this last pick here. Spike also would have been good against the Leon when he sneaks up. You just pop down your gadget or protected from him there. But RT just overall so good on knockout. We mentioned it before, when he has a hypercharge or at least a super available. When the smoke comes in, he's going to be so good. The map is super close. Everybody's standing on top of each other, and RT is just going to get the free kill at least. Both drafts quite good, I feel. Let's see who's going to take this first set now.
I mean, the thing is with RT, right, it's going to be good at range, it's fine, as I said, good in the closing seconds too, but to get the hypercharge by the end of even a couple of rounds, you've got to work really hard and hit so many shots. We'll see if he's going to be able to get towards it now. Joker hit pretty hard, and then both the Byron and him as well, so just healing normally rather than shooting some of those shots into him. And Meow just over the left-hand side, pinching in. Great positioning so far for Novo.
Yeah, it's a great break there from Terry. But with the helping hand of the Invis, Lollipop Totem there, Joker will find the pickup of Meow. So that's a great placement, it really is. And that's the ability of now being able to aim gadgets. Those rock breaks are going to only be able to do so much now. Joker's still not done yet. Finds Terry as well, that's two. And the poison will surely trickle down here for Lipo.
I mean, there's nothing he can do about this. It was just literally Joker getting one kill, cycling the super, and he wouldn't have thought he was going to be able to sneak up there. Just the extra speed got him in between those shots that Meow was checking the bush with. Trying to go again now, but no super at the moment, so Joker just peeking around, trying to work for that once more with a bit of support from Maori.
The speed of Joker, it's so dangerous, isn't it, really? Here, the heals over to Maru, as Maori really is doing a fantastic job of keeping everyone in the conversation. Novo teetering forwards, still got to be cautious of Joker, and that's where they come back a little bit here as well. Feeling that the time could be ripe for a strike. Joker goes in, finds Filippo as well, who could have dropped the legs, but it would have been really tough to get that trade regardless. Now, Reply Totem the 3 versus 2. Continuation taps onto Meow, who falls equally as swiftly.
I mean, that was great from Joker and Maru, knowing just got to get him low, get him hit by that peep, and he's going to fall down. Splash gonna finish that kill off. Really nice stuff from there from Reply Totem. They started so heavily on the back foot when they don't have that break, but the lollipop drop, a little bit of help from Joker. As soon as he starts cycling those supers, is just wraps for Novo.
Yeah, not the start that Novo Esports were looking for at all. Still some time to get warmed up, but nonetheless, you do not really want to find yourself being one set down so convincingly, especially in the game mode like Knockout. It's unforgiving in that regard. Joker, ooh, needs some heals. Didn't get tapped up nearly as much as he actually could have done, though. Utilising again the lollipop drop to push himself forwards and not outstaying his welcome. The Byron pick really keeping Reply Totem very much on the aggressive here.
Just non-stop heals and a good break coming in from Terry as well. Need that grass down to stop Joker for being able to just go from side to side unseen. Here comes the Pete. And he's just going to go for damage instead of breaking these walls open again. Terry going to be the target, but loops round, coming back for more damage because I think he missed it. RT going to be missed as well, and Terry is eventually found. I genuinely think he missed it twice rather than just ramping it up. But it gets the kill in the end with a nice pinch coming in from Marin.
Feels like Reply Totem, though, are playing with their food here somewhat. Let's see whether there's anything that Novo Esports can do here under the pressure of a 3 versus 2. Meow pops the gadget, so even if they can do anything coming back into the round, he won't have it. This is looking like child's play, quite honestly.
I mean, I don't want to say like any of Totem even died yet. Like, I don't think we've seen a kill in 3 rounds for Totem. Or a death, should I say, sorry. And they got the supers ready to go now as well. Super being used by Maru, trying to get around the back. I think it made a connection. But Joker now going invis, trying to find a kill, and Meow was the one it did hit. But Brock going to be the prime target. I don't know how you don't know he's invis when you haven't seen him all round long. You've got to expect someone coming in. It's a 2v2. Filippo trying to get the job done, but a nice hypercharge use from Mauer and a return to sender kept him alive. And I mean, they got 1 kill, I think it was. We'll see by the stats to confirm it, but what a convincing first set that is for Totem.
Again, it's supposed to be a 50-50 matchup for me, and it's looking like the most convincing one of the day thus far. I mean, I still agree with Joker that scrims don't necessarily dictate the outcome, but I do think there is something to be said about who Reply Totem has spent their time scrimming against. It's been all this week long against FUT Esports. They've really been honing in on that very squad, and they just look so confident by doing so. I'm worried for these stats, this quite honestly.
Well,
there you go.
You don't have to worry for much longer because there they are, 2 zeros and a 1. And not a lot of DPS. I said at the start, I was like, listen, if Filippo wants a hypercharge within a couple of rounds, he's going to have to hit shots. And he had 49 DPS, so that clearly wasn't what he was doing. 4-6-2 for the other side. So 12 to 1. It speaks for itself, so.
I think it was 92% of the viewers at home voting for Reply Totem to win this one, and they seem to be right. They're looking super strong in this one. Kind of also feel like they had a really good comp here. I really liked the Brock on the other side. Novo had that easy access into mid, but Totem just shut down every single lane every time.
We haven't seen much Leon today. We saw it a little bit with Humble, I believe, but you know, I feel like Novo Esports could have really shut that idea down. You can see how dangerous Joker is on that particular brawler, and Novo just didn't really give anything much to stand by. They were just being walked all over, honestly.
I think Chloe and Leon have been the 2 that have been global banned so far the most in this region. So yeah, leaving him open, definitely a risk here that they shouldn't have taken.
Yeah, I mean, looking back on it, they definitely shouldn't have taken the risk. I think it's hard to say, instantly. It's not, it's not a brawler that you'd, in the past at least, kind of resonate with this map. But it's just so solid now. The Buffy's incredible. You see how much speed he gets coming out of those lollipop drops, and he can just take so many brawlers by surprise. I will say at the same time, though, Leon was very good, but they weren't preempting his super coming in, all grouping up. Like, they were just getting picked off one by one.
Let's see what's going to happen on the next map. We're going to head over to Hot Zone Open Business. And Ark's going to say Draker is a super good brawler here. Yesterday he was picked up quite often, and Ark was right with that. He's actually not banned out, so let's see if he's going to be picked up in EMEA as well.
Yeah, it's one that doesn't necessarily translate as much. I mean, we're definitely not seeing a lot of differences between the regions, it must be said. No Pierce actually banned out in this instance, but I was expecting to see more of him in EMEA. We haven't really seen much of it. Leon could be the first pick, and I mean, like, why would you not at this point, honestly? But there are some tankier brutes that are still available here for Novo Esports, like the Frank. The Chester being banned as well might indicate something towards it, as well as the Lou. So, Mina as well. Those sort of brawlers could definitely still be a threat here.
Yeah, Finks and Chester are the 2 for me that you always have to look out for. Both of them banned by the team that has the last pick here. So yeah, definitely makes sense. Lou as well, which again is a brawler that we haven't really seen in the EMEA show up in scrims, but yesterday in East Asia, he has been picked. picked up quite often on hot zone. Spike is going to come in. Has always been a pretty good brawler on hot zone. You just throw your super on the zone and your own team can collect some points, whereas the others would take a lot of damage if they do so.
Yeah, and I mean, that's speaking on brawlers who have been picked up a lot as well. Spike is one of the most picked over the last couple of days. Just so solid, so versatile. Can pretty much be used on any map at the moment. So we'll see what they add to that. As you said, the Chester and Finks, two brawlers that are going to be very, very good on this map. Ruffs, no surprise to see that banned out after the past couple of performances that we've seen on that brawler. Both very good. Meg comes in to go along with the Spike. Then you're going to have a lot of HP, obviously, in that mech and dropping out of as well to stay in the zone for a little bit longer.
Still a lot of answers to the Meg, though, still. When Cordelius is there, they could go Griffin, open up the map completely and just really hone in and target this this Meg pick. Still, brawlers like BB could be a player here, could be able to really enforce their way forwards. So I just generally feel like brawlers like Charlie as well could just shut down the Meg quite happily. They've tried to double down with the Spike to take something away from Reply Totem.
Hold on to your
Gal gonna
hats.
come through here, could spell a tank honestly to follow up. It's a great counter to things like BB, things like Frank, so let's see how they feel.
Meg is such an interesting one to me. I feel like she has so many counters at this point that we barely ever see her. Definitely needs a healer on her side, so let's see if that's going to be the last pick for Novo. On the left-hand side, we have Gale, already quite good against the Meg. I like the Frank shot from Ark here as well, super good against Meg. There's BB left open. Bull is global banned, so he's not going to be an option, but she is the brawler, the talk at the moment. Leaving her open, and then also Leon, I don't really know what they're doing, Trev.
I feel like it's fair to say they've got a couple of good brawlers here.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah. Quite good.
I think we can say that.
Kenji, but into a Gale, do you really want to do that?
Yeah, I don't think anybody does, to be honest with you. I definitely wouldn't want to be playing that brawler.
I'd still go with a healer here.
They've covered themselves well. They're going to go with the Barley. I mean, it's going to be able to take down a lot of those lollipop drops unless he plays them super defensively. Probably going to get ran down by the BB. Will be good against the Gale, but a question of whether or not he's going to be running that slow. You said they need a healer, so it might force that herbal tonic, but against the BB, it's just going to be run down.
I mean, the most Barley we've seen was the cosplay yesterday in East Asia.
And it was a great cosplay.
I mean, it was a great cosplay, but I just don't really feel thoroughly convinced on it, to be honest, at the moment. It's, it's not the shiniest of brawlers. It's not really going to be benefiting. There's no buffies attached to it. It's just going to be there. It is a good mode for it in that regard. I don't mind it too much, but it's just not great, is it? It's nothing exciting. It's nothing that's really going to champion against what Reply Totem have got now.
Well, in we go, and looks like he is running that slow down. Joker going to get taken out quite quickly, and Maru not having the best time on the right-hand side. Percentage-wise, Reply Totem are looking good, but in terms of control, they're nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, a bit of a tough spot, a bit of a slow start, sure, for Reply Totem here. Joker going to be trying to utilise his speed to be closely advanced into Terry, but that life plant is there. Well, one swipe of his bat would knock him back as well, and can't really afford to do it. With the sticky cigarette mixer of Filippo, Joker's in a bit of a tough spot as to where he goes. He goes for the middle, which is not really where you expect the BB to be.
Bold move, I will say. He wasn't the healthiest going in there either, and Spike will get Gale on the left-hand side too. Just full control here for Novo. Maru clutching at straws, trying to get around the back with a nice flank in. Gale will jump up, so nice little collab move there. But Meow gets the hypercharge connection, actually. I thought it was going to be behind the wall. Joker coming around the back, trying to survive. Gadget pops and just about will. Bubble being thrown out, and Terry should fall here as well. Meow out of that mech, but they've got a decent lead, and Filippo will get Maru down here.
Yeah, and got a few little clicks onto Joker as well, who went into the zone there preemptively and gave him some more hypercharge now for Terry to ensure this left-hand side lane is taken care of. Last call here from Filippo as well. Maru forced then to go into the invis, going straight to the middle there with the hypercharge as well, but Meow still is in mech, now forced out, slowed there by the Gale as well, and Maori capitalizes.
I mean, he tried to get Terry hit with that super as well, and it would have been good if he did, but didn't manage to get him on the edge of it. They do still have control, but it's 84%, and with that Meg, they're going to have enough HP to surely just walk and walk and walk. Maru coming around the back, trying to get Filippo. Joker coming in with the hypercharge pinch, bouncing those bubbles back and forwards. But the other two have got to do with Terry, and he gets clipped by a bubble as well. He's looking very low, and Joker's still in a super aggro position, and all control in Totem's hands.
Now a chance for Reply Totem to slow the advance here of Novo. Maru cautious here not to be scouted out by this Meg. Now coming in for the jugular, gets some good taps, but it's not really anything to write home about just yet. He actually will fall down as well at a prime moment in time for Noah to capitalize.
Some good slows by Maru. He's going to have to pop his hypercharge here and try and get something done with this hyper super. They get them off in time. Joker needs to stay alive. Maru's so low. Hypercharge super from the Barley, and they're just about going to get the job done. Backed off, and I thought that Totem might have a chance, but Novo got it done in the end.
I definitely feel like Reply Totem can turn the set around, though. The comp is a scary one. I've got to hand praise over to Novo Esports, really, the way that they handled this draft, because they have been able to give it a fighting chance, and the barley's not working out as bad as I expected coming in. It's giving themselves at least the opportunity with the sticky syrup mixer on that gadget side, both to deter the Leon and the BB. So if Felipe can keep this up and keep the aggression on there, Joker goes down again, pops the gadget of the vitamin booster, and it's not going to be there for coming back off the spawn either. So Reply Totem looking like a bit shaky at best.
Yeah, it's the same start as last time. Totem get on the zone well off the start, get about 20%, then Novo start to establish themselves. It's just a question of whether or not Totem are going to be able to restart this move a bit fast, because they did bring it back in the previous one, but then they just fell off again.
Maru now, 900 HP, can't really aggress too heavily on this right-hand side, and Felipe knows it. Tapping into the middle there is Maori, but Terry finds the angle on the left-hand side to push himself forward, and Joker just goes down again, really struggling on this BB pick.
Gadget used there as well, bear in mind. Gadget thrown into the mid with the Spike in there. Will provide some heals to the Meg and keep him in that mech form. Joker trying to run down Spike, and will get the kill, actually. And he did waste a super in there as well. And this is about the same spot as Totem started the comeback last time, but it was cut short. This time, I think looking a lot better.
Yeah, hypercharge now for Joker. About to secure his spot on that right-hand side. Lollipop drop down there for Maru. And here comes the push from Novo. Hypercharge for Filippo, forces everyone out of that mid. And Terry, as quickly as that, secures himself on the left. Joker goes in again. Look at the amount of shots he's running himself into. Hypercharge just keeping him alive here, but now he goes down. Really, a lot of this utility being wasted by Reply Totem.
I would like to say he hit a lot of people with those bubbles. I don't think he was aiming for them to bounce back and hit them, but he definitely still worked. Getting about to 80% now, and they're over that mark. Meow just about surviving. Here comes the hypercharge in from Terry. Joker will survive, but Meow just dipping his toe on, trying to get what he can. And a hyper super recharged for Terry and thrown out instantly. Trying to bait round the back as Filippo gets pinched in. Nice kill. And a hypercharge for Maori. As Joker jumps back in, he'll use that straight away.
Nice there from Maori to allow that cushioning for Joker to get onto the mid, but he will fall as quickly as that. And now they've got to continue these strikes, and they are good strikes. 4% is all that Nova needs. Oh, takedown there from Maru. A double. Now can Reply Totem bring this back? They've got to 90%. They've got 10 more to go, but Nova going to push through. A last call from Filippo, but no, to be towing onto the zone. Reply Totem bring it back in style.
I mean, what a comeback that is from Reply Totem. It's what needed to happen last game and they couldn't quite get it done. This time it works, but their starts seem to be so slow, so scrappy. And I'm not saying the rest of the game's not scrappy as well, because it is. But it's just worked so well in that second game, just narrowly bringing it back. Joker's dying, but he's dying and getting kills this time.
Still going to struggle there against Terry. Terry is the lower of the two now and is forced to keep shooting, and Joker now just trying to maneuver his way around. Novo approaching 15% now, already a pretty decent start from them. And it's going to take some time for Reply Totem to get set up here.
Yeah, it is, and this is a better start from Novo than the previous times as well. It's been Reply Totem in an early percentage lead over the past couple of games, and now Novo looking pretty strong. Joker jumping straight into a sticky syrup mixer and the super over the top as well to keep them low. Maru can't move anywhere. Maru going to use a super, try and flank round. Kajobi's got the smoke trails because he's got a long distance to cover here. Will go in, a nice preemptive shot there from Meow's looking quite close to super as he's staying very aggressive in this mech form.
Yeah, the barley pick is just so fragile, isn't it? But Felipe's playing it really well. But sometimes the pinch is just perfect with the Gale +3 blow to allow Maru to get that pinch, and it's quite a struggle for them. This all going to whittle down there. Terry, now Meow is the next for breakfast. Back in, I'd say back in mech, but not enough. Maru gets it just in the nick of time.
I mean, that was a big turning point in this game. If he got that off, he would have been able to contest them on this point where they're getting so much percentage now. And it's even, 52 to 52. Hypercharge super comes in, but Maru will just back off and respect that. It does hit the lollipop drop, which makes Maru's time a little bit harder, but he's got a hyper super. Let's not forget, they're going to be running those smoke trails now instead of Invisi-heal, so he does have to just wait at the back and play this one slow.
Novo recollecting, but Joker not giving the chance to breathe. Nice connections from the hypercharge. Felipe low, and now they all focus onto Meow. Out of mech, out of position. Surely going to go down here with a swipe there of Joker. 83% now for Novo. Reply Totem still behind here, trying to bring this back. But now Novo getting themselves stuck in with a helping hand. That hypercharge from Terry, and last little blustering flow from Maori, the hypercharge as well. But there's still not enough. Joker staying firm, but goes down now. This is going to be a set. Novo Esports, bring it back.
I mean, that was really solid from Novo. 3 pretty similar games, to be honest with you, in terms of percentage. First one, Novo looked good, and they held. Second one, Novo looked good, and Reply Totem came back. And then the third, the same as the first, as they managed to hold that one out and take the set. Really solid stuff from Novo. I think they did have the better draft in the end. It seemed like they were bullying Totem for the most part, and they were really unable to get anywhere. Just a few shining moments from Maru and Joker when they eventually managed to break through those defenses that gave Totem a chance.
And really, huge props towards Novo here for this draft. Ark, you mentioned it already. We did not think that the Meg or the Barley would work out this well, but they take this set in the end. Made it close though. Reply Totem really made them fight for the set, but in the end it's Novo turning things around, and now we're in a 1-1 scoreline. We have such a close game in our hands.
You can just see, though, it's a fragile comp, really. I mean, I still feel like Reply Totem should probably have won the set. I mean, they focused a bit more on Filippo, who was playing that Barley perfectly, by the way. The gadgets were on point, and they were just really dependent upon this kind of Gale jump pad with the BB, and a lot of the times that strat just wasn't working out. So, I mean, Maru with 14 kills already, was doing his best to try to go on a tear, but it still wasn't enough.
And I mean, wow, look at the DPS from Filippo there on the Barley. He had a lot of value, had to play the sticky syrup. So, again, for me, the biggest mind-boggling moment here is that the mech even worked out so well without a heal.
Yeah, I mean, there was a few moments here and there where he wasn't able to get too much done, but for the most part, he was cycling hypercharge as well, finding good connections, getting back into his mech, other than that one time where Maru just somehow managed to stop him.
That was nice.
It was a really good performance, it was, from Novo, and as I said, we didn't expect big things from the mech, so to see him do that, it's a great performance.
Really good Brawl Stars that we're witnessing today here overall. Again, both of those teams have beaten SK Gaming in the qualifiers, which was one of the biggest upsets this month to not see them. Both of them had to face against their former teammates, Joker versus Open Yoshi on SK Gaming, and then Novo versus Novi. Meow picked up now in that roster. Those two were former teammates, so overall just both teams got their revenge. Both teams proved themselves. For Novo, this is the first monthly final they're playing. Super exciting stuff here.
Wow, Novo really impressing me so far today, certainly so, as Kazi picked up very early on. Bans being the Kenji, the Shade, the Ali, the Mortis, as well as the Gene and the Meeple there on the side of Reply Totem. Back over then, does leave Crow obviously globally banned as well, so Squeak could be an option here. Ziggy, we haven't really seen Ziggy escape through, could be the time when they actually get a chance to do so here, could be an option. Chester as well, maybe on the cards here for Reply Totem. Mina is definitely a one that you could be scared about too.
Yeah, well, Squeak going to come in for Reply Totem. Very solid. We saw it played out, I think it was by Heretics, and they just kind of sat in spawn and waited. People had to go across those shots and take the damage. It's pretty fair to say that Kaze should be able to get that mid-star, so we'll see what Reply Totem do to kind of push up and play more aggressive rather than what Heretics did and sit back.
Kaze on one side usually follows Kenji on the left-hand side. Kenji spanned out, they're going to go with something else that's super aggressive, has some dashes, and might be able to pick up that blue star. Really like the left-hand side roster so far. We have a Squeak with a lot of area control, and then Mina as the aggressor. On the right-hand side now, maybe also a bit more range would be good in their hands here. Jean banned out here would have been my pick. I really like the Siggy shout from you earlier, Ark. One of the only throwers really that strives in the current meta, and usually banned out on layer kick. So let's see if they're actually going to pick him up here.
Gus could be an option.
Frenzy.
Hit going to come in. That's kind of disgusting, honestly. But in terms of that support, you do have to have something else that's able to handle itself.
And Leon snuck through again.
It's still open, but is it the best brawler on this particular map? It's definitely not a bad one at all. But if you're stuck in the spawn side, it's tough to get out with it.
Yeah, it doesn't have that kind of much burst damage at range to be able to get you out of a tough position, especially when you've got a Kit and a Kaze as well who aren't going to have range themselves. I feel like you kind of need something with a little bit of that here. You've got the aggression to pair with the Kit already. We'll see what they take. They take a Gus. You can't blame them for it. Got the range, the shield, keeping people alive, allowing them to go into aggressive positions as well. And Kooky Popper, decent damage. You can't complain at that brawler, especially with that combination. But we'll see what Totem round this one out with. Both teams desperately trying to get this set because of how close it is. You need to get these wins where you can and get the game done early.
We have a lot of help on the right-hand side now with the Gus, the supporter, Kit as well. Kaze already brings a large health pool with her. Maybe a spike could be an option here on the left-hand side. We need damage, that's for sure. Cordelia is also a great shout in terms of pure damage and tank counter. Cordelia is going to also be able to get the Kit into the Shadow Realm whenever he's sitting on top of one of his mates. So Cordelius is probably your #1 counter to any Kit comp.
This is quite dirty from Novo here, honestly. And they do have a noticeable lead over Reply Totem on this very map in scrims. I'm just going to put it out there. I know we've had a lot of discussion on it already today, but, you know, Kit and Kaze with a Gus. I mean, Reply Totem really cannot turn their back here. This is something that can go from bad to worse so quickly, especially on a map like Layer Cake. You know, I just worry for Reply Totem here, honestly.
It makes sense. We'll see. Blue Star quite clearly goes the way of Novo with the Kaze being able to dash up for it. Joker can't really match that maneuverability. Sorry, with some of his own. Meow with the super on the right side just goes the defensive route, and now they're going to go across the Joker and should be able to get this kill and make this lead 3. And Maori trying to get up, trying to get some super, but he's just being kept at arm's length.
This is what I'm saying. Against the Squeak as well, like, it's going to be really, really tough, but now maybe out of position, pinched in. You can't make mistakes like that.
Bit of an oversight there, I think, from Novo. They were in a good position. They were winning.
Yeah.
They had then they're just over-aggressing massively. Cardboard box coming in, and Joker got to be scared and does just back away. I think only hit by 1 shot there into the realm, but Maori can't quite get within range, and he doesn't want to risk being turned on there. Joker now going to be on top of Meow, and I'm sure that's communicated in advance. Oh, but he jumps over it. But the super connects for Joker. Traded up, and this is so scrappy.
Scrappy, but it's still a lead for Reply Totem. Maori has all the stars here. It'll be a prime candidate for an assassination attempt. This Kaze Kit combo. Let's see, 45 seconds on the clock. And it's Reply Totem who are just going to be sitting back here and just trying to wait the timer down. It could even go to one final ditch to push. That's a fan storm going out quite prematurely for me. I'm not too sure about it, but it's going to allow Novo Esports to get themselves into a position of a potential strike.
Yeah, I don't mind it just because of the fact that they're going to be able to just push them back without having really to do anything. Like, they're just going to run away when they're in that Kaze super just in case they do come aggressive. Joker got the super on the left-hand side in this matchup that he's been in a few times before. The Kaze and Kit just running in a straight line at them. He's going to switch forms, trying to get this one back. 10 seconds. Maori might want to take someone out the way and does to Meow. He's looking dangerous with that shield as well. Joker trying to get the kill. Filippo around the back gets another shot to him, and Filippo just swinging at air, but he's finding some shots, but it's not enough as Totem get the win.
Very close stuff, but I'll be honest, I kind of feel like that kind of game went the way of Reply Totem mainly because of Novo's mistakes.
I mean, he missed about 4 shots at the end there. I think.
Yeah,
He definitely has some connections.
I feel like it could very much turn against Reply Totem if they don't keep up this kind of defense. So far, so good for them, for sure, but I still feel like the draft favors Novo.
Well, we'll see if they're able to turn this one around. They started well, but just over-aggressed in that position where they were looking so good. Pushed back into spawn already, and they were in the last. They just need to wait for this Kit super. Kaze make a move with her on her back, and that's exactly what they're going to do now, but hit very early on by a nice squeak shot of Matt.
Yeah, Maru doing well to shut this down. Joker, a few tippy taps in the mid. Not really going to be availing too much, and Meow comes straight out into some heavy shots. Goes down, and the lead over to Reply Totem.
I mean, unfortunately, just detached in the wrong direction, I think. I think he was expecting to come backwards off it, but straight into the middle of the battle. And he will go down yet again. Reply Totem pretty much gifted a kill there. Maori got the super on the Cordelius yet again, so he's just waiting for an opportunity, possibly when this Kit Kaze combo comes towards them, to just single one of them out.
Yeah, Maori's itching. Absolutely itching on this super. But patience is key. There it is. Nice from him. Extends positioning power over Filippo, who's going to come out straight into the eyes there of Maru. He's still behind the field of action. Nice connections there from Joker. They cycle it. Lovely stuff. And Novo are still nowhere to be seen on the kill count.
I mean, just supering the Kaze there puts the Kit in such an unfortunate position too, and it basically just guarantees kills onto both of them. But it's 6-1, 5's all they need, and Joker has 4 on his own. They're looking for the other 2 though. Nice shield coming through as well, and they get round the back. Blue Star still in the hands of Reply Totem. It's 6-6, but they've got a bit of time, and less kills needed now for Novo.
Yeah, Novo still need a takedown. This is the problem now. They've got to get the advance. They haven't really got anything to do so except wait for this kit. They've got a hypercharge on the Gus, but no super. The question is, do they have the utility to really come back with the goods? A tap onto Maru now. Terry coming forward. That's got super pops in as well. Meow finds the connection. Reply to extend the lead though. 9 stars to 8. Are they going to hold on to it? No! Novo in just the nick of time at the end. Terry with the kill. And they get one on the board.
I mean, what a couple of lovely supers from Joker. He was just burning the clock, sending them into the air. Gadget supering again, but it just wasn't enough. Terry got a lovely shot round the side to get the kill, secure the win. And this is a big game now. Whoever wins this one will be 2-1 up in a really 50-50 matchup so far. I can't help but think, as you said after the first, Novo seem in control of this game. It's just whether or not they're going to make these mistakes.
Oh, Meow got very, very aggressive there, very confidently so. And it has made Reply Totem a little bit flustered here. Maru's got to heal. Maru, of course, not going to really have much in terms of the realm at this early stage of the game. And Joker's leaving them to have to defend on their own to try to get an angle on this left-hand side. Felipe is low here as well. Maru gets into the realm, and it's a nice takedown. It puts Reply Totem in the lead early on.
Maru doing so well, so consistent. Meow jumps over. Actually, they're going to get a second here. Surely good jump and a good squeak super, but they are still one down. I wasn't even sure what happened in that interaction on the right-hand side there, and it seemed like everybody was just jumping about.
It's like a double connection, isn't it? It's so weird. And now, Reply Totem behind, and this is a great thing for Novo, who can just kind of sit back in the spawn, allow time to be on their side to get the kick going. Going in quite early as well. 1 minute on the clock, and they're still trying to bring this Kaze forwards. It's like they're hungry for more kills.
Yeah, I mean, just trying to stop some of this offense. But Maori has got a super here and finds the connection onto Filippo, but he's obviously got the maneuverability to just run this one away. Meow coming around the side. He's going to out on both of them. I think if Maori just about gets out, but Maru surviving narrowly. And this is looking good for Novo now. He's got to back up, survive, wait this one out. Good super as well to push Joker away.
It's just constant pressure. A nice cookie popper gadget as well there from Terry. And they find Joker on the left-hand side. Now Reply Totem are really quite flustered. They've got to find 3 stars here. They have got the blue, so it is possible to do with just Meow here, potentially. Let's see. Joker's looking at the left-hand side, trying to find him. Filippo will not be enough. They'll need 2 in that sense. Meow's also got hypercharge, which is a very dangerous prospect now in the final 10 seconds to play. Novo Esports have got options, but Filippo from the right-hand side is locked in a little bit there. Meow being pushed up against the might of this Mina pick. He comes back with all the stars. Maori can't get enough here done. It's going to be Novo Esports taking the lead.
I mean, that is absolutely huge from them. What a hyper that was from the kit. It's like, I'm sure it was measured, but from a person who's not as good at the game point of view, very risky at the same time, going in with what could have changed the game in terms of stars. Blue star was with Totem, he had 3, and it was 5 to 8. But must have been so measured. Great Gust super on top of it as well, and so many close moments at the end of games just like this.
The highlights show it too. That first round could have already went the way of Novo Esports. Honestly, they only discussed who they want to focus. I was like, sitting here, just getting up, and was like, carrying the right-hand side, getting the kill. On the left-hand side, we have, I think it was Filippo trying to get a kill. In the end, just focus on the same player, and that could have been Novo's already. In the end, they do take the set, now extending or getting a lead, 2-1 for them overall. Our predictions, and from the viewers at home as well, say Totem is going to take this one. So we might have going a series that is going all the way now. 3-2 has it to be for Totems to still win this one.
And when you look back at that first set, you know, and just how much Novo Esports struggled, they barely had anything to show for it, and now they're really finding their stride, getting into a nice pattern, a nice rhythm, and just playing Reply Totem at what they do best, which, for me, the drafts are shining so far here today.
Yeah, they do look really good. I mean, Novo playing really, really well. Drafts looking good. I mean, I don't dislike the draft of Reply Totem by any means. I think it's pretty decent, but I think the game they won was gifted to them by Novo, and other than that, it has just been all Novo.
I think the big difference in this one was really that they had the kid that kind of turns into a thrower, and then the other side, we just don't really have anything to deal with the kid once he's on the back of someone else. The Cordelius, yes, if you can get him into Shadow Realm, but for that you first need to have a super available.
Yeah, and I like the way that Novo played it. They were just not afraid to go on the aggressive. I think that really does speak volumes in a comp like this, and certainly you're very dependent upon the kit being able to make the plays, touch the Kaze, that Gus. You know, there's just a lot of synergy with this kind of comp, which they displayed really well.
They relied on Kit, but Meow honestly delivered on that brawler. We head over now to set number 3, where Novo can close things out. If they win this one, it's a 3-1 and they move on into the semi-finals against Humble. Double Swoosh is going to be the map. Joker here looking a bit stressed. Reply Totem, of course, want to prolong this one. As I said, they need a 3-2 now to still make it into the semi-finals. Spans are already in. Chester usually would be my first pick, is banned out here. Sandy, a brawler that I always like to mention on Double Swoosh as well, also banned out by Novo. Ems is going to be the first pick.
Yeah, I mean, Ems slipping through, that, for me, it's a great brawler to have on Double Swoosh. You can play it on the defensive side, on the offensive side, really good for scouting, catching people off guard with the supers, knockback if you want to use that, or the spray through the wall can also be really solid. Just all around really good brawler. Play against the mid-rangers and the tanks and the assassins as well.
Novo plays some weird stuff here. That's what the Rosa ban is, by the way, on the side of Reply Totem. It's like their top pick on this map, and it didn't work out for Navi. We ain't going to see it here because it's banned out here by Reply Totem. Janet going to come in. No, we've seen it get some good results. I'm okay with it. It's not, once again, one of the shiniest of brawlers. Lily going to be open here as well. That's quite a dangerous brawler in the hands of Filippo. So, brawler like Ems, has the knockback, but can be quite sort of exposed to it. Tara, Trav's happy with that one. Again, this is another high brawler pick by Novo Esports, and one that can work quite well here.
We see Tara, Nita, and even Mortis pop up in this region from time to time. I do like a Tara on this map. You have that comeback mechanic, just get a super onto the gem carrier and you win. But there's the Ems on the other side. That's just really good against Tara. Has a bit more range, can get easily rid of the Tara shadow, so usually don't want to play that into Ems. We have Spike still left open. We talked about him before, one of the best brawlers overall in the meta at the moment, and there's the Mortis that I mentioned. Is going to have such a good matchup into Janet. If she doesn't have super, of course. Janet is going to be that gem carrier that you want to have on a map like this one, because you can always get out of harm's way, either with the gadget or if you have a super available.
Yeah, it's super nice to be able to just have that ability to get away, especially when you're playing against something like a Mortis who can get close to you so fast. It's just a question of whether or not Mario's going to be able to get up the maps, get rid of those gadgets, make sure he doesn't have super, and find that one moment. Because the one moment's all you need with that comp, really. Needs are going to come in as well. It's going to be so easy yet again to take out those Tara pets, so I think we're expecting to see Psychic Enhancer at this point, just looking through the bushes on a very bushy map. There's no surprise nonetheless. And yeah, really, really nice comp from the Reply Totem, I will say.
Who's the gem carrier on the left-hand side?
Honestly, we've been seeing some questionable gem carriers end off, to be honest with you. So I couldn't even guess. I'm going to guess not Mortis, but
Ems.
You never know.
Probably Ems, yeah. Lily gonna come in as that last pick on the right-hand side. The comeback mechanic to the double now with Terra and with Lily. They can easily just let the opponents have the gems and then snack them away in the end. This could be our last set if Novo takes this one.
Yeah, it's looking really scary here for Reply Totem. The Mortis is kind of one that you kind of almost forget currently, because it's just globally banned so frequently, and now coming through at the final hour, potentially here for Reply Totem. It's got to work. It really does. And already, it's explosive in the mid. So scrappy, so messy, but Terry picks up the 3 gems into the hands of the Tara. Pinched in between Maori there on that right-hand side, though, and let's see how Filippo fares and what Joker can get up to on this Mortis pick.
I mean, the thing is, Joker's going to be able to bully Terry until he gets his super, and then he'll actually have a bit of a leg of that matchup. Nice super and gadget there from Filippo, trying to end out under the radar, fly away from Meow again, and this is the issue with the Mortis. They've got so much they can just get away with, but lucky for him, Terry's won with 3 gems.
Filippo finds Maru, but Rooster Bear will have the final say, and Joker comes in with some nice bats there on the gadget side to finalise that left-hand side. Pushes now into a more aggressive position. Psychic Enhancer then on the Tara. Bat's not really going to cycle too well there, and Joker shut down. Novo still doing pretty well. They've got some utility now as well. The Hypercharger, Filippo and Terry to hand, but it's neck and neck in terms of gems.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what Terry needs to do. Just get the supers and save them for when the Mortis is going to come in and try and take them down. Janet should have a jump away here. Goes for a gem as well. Cycles the super, doesn't get very far. Luckily enough, he just about got that super for him. And a hypercharged super available for Filippo now. Going to come in. Actually didn't hyper there at all. Just used the super, hoping to end out on someone and actually get some more good shots in.
Meow is so good at knowing exactly how many shots he is away from super every single time to ensure the backstage pass gadget there. And then the escape maneuvering afterwards. Nice connection there from Terry. That's 2 gems dropped. And Novo in the perfect position to go for the jugular here as well. All the gems spilled. Regardless of that, they've been able to get the ones from the mid as well. And Novo now, 3 gems. 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 really are in a dangerous spot, close to match point. Totem have got to find an answer in the final seconds. Bruce Bear out. I don't think there's going to be enough time for Maori to close this gap. 3 seconds, maybe with the help of Joker. Super Terry! Oh! Just about survives. Is that 900 HP?
That's crazy. It was so good of the Lily getting down Mortis before he could get up, because then he was panicking, dashing up the map, no ammo left, throwing out his hypercharge. He got him down just as that countdown started, which put Totem in such a tough position. Novo looking so good at the moment. They were so consistent throughout that. Tara doing a great job. Janet not dying. Well, after the start not dying, but I think we expect off the start to not do too well.
Crazy stuff so far. Reply Totem with their backs up against the wall. They've got to deprive this match point and the next and take it to the 4th set to survive on here. And Novo have got to be feeling so good about this. You've got to remember, coming into the monthly final, there had to be SK Gaming. That was already setting them up for success.
Well, Joker throws out a super, hits one and gets traded out. Filippo with a super in hand, Meow with a super in hand as well, so going to have this capability of getting away with the gems. Tara still working on hers, but Nita coming up the left-hand side. Good gadget from Filippo to waste a bit of Joker's ammo, but he's going to be heading straight up now. Psychic Enhancer coming in, and Joker should be traded, and is.
Terry now dangerous, and has got the gravity to hand. 5 gems now. Look at the position here of Maru. Should be able to get a bear, but I don't think the best of connections. Scary going to be coming down now, and hopefully into the hands of his teammates to support Joker, who's lurking here in this mid. Bats to nowhere, but nonetheless, Filippo actually, as a result, is able to claim that kill.
Yeah, but he completely missed the super. That seems like a little bit of a waste of super from Filippo as well, but actually Meow's going to pick it up in turn. That's going to be 8 if he gets them from mid. Just about gets away. He's got the shovel to get the kill, but Terry's there to back him up and keep those gems. He seems to be the saving grace at the moment. This Tara doing a great job of staying alive.
Bruce coming in now, hypercharged up and a healthy shield as well for that. Joker will find Filippo here, and also, again, these bats though, they're just not being lined up correctly, really. Joker able to go for the gravity though, find some gems, can he get out of this? Filippo's out on his tails, and will shut it down fast.
Filippo staying and going in as well, trying to get another super back whilst he was still in hypercharge. More gems in the back. I can't actually see how many they've got back there, but they are staying in the mid. Maybe they got the one there, that's going to start the count, and I don't think Totem can get it from the mid.
Going to be such a tough thing now for Reply Totem to be able to reset the count, not go for the mid. Joker trying to make some plays here, pops the gadget, Filippo into the realm as well, comes out, gets Joker secured. I don't see a way Reply Totem can do this. Novo now safe and sound, and it's the boys in green that fall. Novo Esports continue their assault on the EMEA region.
I mean, after not qualifying first month, you come in with a roster change that's been forced upon you, bear in mind. It's not of your choice. You get Meow, you qualify instantly, you get through a really tough Totem and Reply Totem make the semi-finals. What a change that's been. Really solid stuff from Novo, and what a performance. Great drafts.
It really, really was. I'm really quite scared now, having seen Novo just flourish. It's like Meow was like the missing piece of this roster, and now it's in such a fantastic spot where, hey, maybe scrims do matter, you know? Just saying. Reply Totem had the worst scrim rate coming into today, and Novo Esports, you know, just capitalized on that, had the confidence, had the qualifying results to come into today looking really strong, and they made it count.
Both of those teams arrived with momentum after kicking out SK Gaming in the qualifiers. Now